Hey everyone, welcome to our first ever episode of a new segment that's going to be called Random Drum Beat Fridays. Pretty much what's going to happen is I've got my Roland Octopad to my left. We're going to make some sort of rhythm or melody based on whatever numbers we pull. And then what I'm going to do is on top of that, I'm going to play a groove, then a fill, then come back to that groove, big finish. So random beat Friday, random drum beat Friday. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we got to pick out a tempo. I've got this bucket here labeled tempos. Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in randomly and I'm going to pull out one. All right, and let's see what we get. All right, we have 145. Go ahead and show that to the camera as proof. There we go. Excuse my little scribbles. All right. So 145, I'm going to go ahead and set that on the Octopad. All right. Now, the next part is I have to come up with an actual kit that we're going to use from the Roland Octopad. Now, the Octopad has about 97 kits. They technically have 99, but the last few are custom-made ones that you can make yourself. So they have about 97 kits, and we're going to pull one randomly out of this bucket here. Right there. All right. So, a lot of little pieces of paper. I'm going to try and just pick up one. All right, got one. All right, so we're looking for number 53. Okay, there we go. All right, so as I'm going to that, let's see here. 53. This is called Cajon Kit. Cajon Kit, excuse me. All right, this I assume is going to have a bunch of different sounds that cajones make, which are pretty much just wooden boxes that have that you hit with your hands, and they sound very percussive and very drum set wise. You'll see this on a lot of like acoustic sets with bands and stuff. Pretty much allowing the drummer to still play, but they can't play super loud. All right, so let's run through our list of pads here. So here's our first one. Okay, it's a little cymbal. Here's our second one. Okay, that's called a water drum. Got kind of a cool sound. Okay, there's a bigger water drum, so it's going to go deeper. And then there's a bigger cymbal right there, so it's going to be a little bit lower there as well. Now we've got some sort of a cajon bass hit. We've got a what people would call a snare hit, but it's just hitting a little bit closer to the rim of the cajon, so that way there's not as much resonate. Okay, so there's a second bass option. Okay, and then a rack attack, which is kind of maraca-y. Well, not really. Yeah, kind of shakery kind of feel. Now, I do have a couple extra pads here. I've got one here at my foot, which is a bass pad. Let's see what that's going to sound like. Okay, so that's another water drum, but much bigger, so it kind of has a bass feel to it. And then we also have a pad here that's connected to the hi-hat. Okay, and that's a djembe bass tone. Cool. Awesome. So this is going to be very percussive kind of feel. And that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and come up with something here with this kit that's going to last us about 8 measures. Then once we've kind of established what I've found to work or something that I like, I'm going to come over to the kit. I'm going to mess around with the kit a little bit, try and come up with groove ideas and fill ideas, and then we'll come to the final product. If you are interested in just the final product, you don't want to see any of this making it or whatever, you can go ahead and click this little icon right here, or this number or this link or something, and that will bring you to what I'm calling the final product, which is essentially 8 bars of just the Octopad by itself, then 8 bars of me playing groove over it, 8 bars of me filling over it, and then 8 bars of me coming back to the groove with a nice finish on the end. Okay? All right, so if you're interested in just that, go ahead and click that icon. If you're not and you want to see the whole process, stay with me. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this into record mode. We've got it set to 4/4 time, which is just standard for those who don't know that. And we're doing 8 measures. So, all right. So it's running through now. Let's just kind of play around. Oh, sorry, wrong pedal. Just want to make sure it starts on this 1. Okay. All right. So we've got our beat or our melody, if you will. And now we have to come up with fills and grooves and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this. Sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this boom stand right here, so that way it's a overhead. And we're just going to kind of mess around with the groove and everything. Get it about. Alright. Okay, here we are. we're back at the kit. We've got our sound. We're ready to go ahead and make this this random beat for Friday. All right. If you skip to this point, welcome. This is the final product. If you stayed through to this point, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the whole process of going about, finding the right sounds, putting everything together. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to reposition this. We're going to put it back up. What we're going to do is we're going to listen to this for 8 bars. I'm going to play this groove-wise for 8 bars, which for those who don't know, grooves are just like the... Right? It's just like the groove part of the song. Then I'm going to do 8 bars of a fill, and then I'm going to come back to a groove or a variation of that groove with a big finale at the end, and then we're all done, okay? All right, so let's get started. All right. All right, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for sitting through all that. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like button, so that way I know if I should keep doing these or if I should maybe change them around or do something different with them. Feel free to comment what you thought about the whole process, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic. Yeah, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful Friday ahead of you. Have a good weekend. Bye.